Hi everyone, welcome back to evergreenoliviatv and this episode, wait, let me just take some water break. Alright, so this episode we're going to do something very new. So I'm going to read some posts in Startup PH and let me see, uh, I'm going to give my initial reactions and probably some answers if I know some. If I don't know, I'll just pass it, but probably I'll be weighing some of my opinions. There's this article from Misamis Occidental, DICT executive urges students to pursue startup projects. And in the article, it says an official Department of Information, DICT, the agency of the Philippines that's into technology, encourage graduating students to create ideas and aspire to become the chief executive officer of their own companies. Speaking at the Let's Talk Miss Ox, a forum organized by the Philippine Information Agency by PIA. And that's the abbreviation that we call it by name. And I'm just going to skip some details. So I just want to get into the meat of the discussion. So it says that the startup is really scalable, paspas siya, mag-expand, and it uses the internet, That's what they're saying. So to develop, we want to change. Okay, let's just start from the beginning. So it says here, in the event, speaking at the Let's Talk Misamis Occidental, that's what it means. It's a forum organized by the Philippine Information Agency. Said that there's an old concept where parents would urge their children to apply for jobs in big companies after graduation. We want to change that. Develop your capstone project so that it will solve problems. Usually, startups ideas that develop your capstone project so that it will solve problems. Usually, startups are ideas that solve problems para makatabang siya sa problema. So it helps. I mean, it's a dialect sa Tagalog. It's to be able to help. Sorry, this is not a Metro Manila newspaper. Anyway, so let's get it on. Hopefully, in the future, we can have a startup from Misamis Occidental. Companies that started as startups include apps like Grab, social media networks like Facebook. Startup is really scalable. Paspas siya pag nag-expand. It means it's fast when it scales. They have universities and colleges, particularly Misamis University mentioned many schools, right? Immaculate Concepcion College in Osamis, USTP, that's a University of Science and Technology in the Southern Philippines, Northwestern Mindanao State College of Science. And even though our focus is on the startup, we really are focused on Misamis Occidental this year. Philippine Startup Challenge is a yearly competition for students. So I won't finish the article, but you can check that out in Business Week. Found it. It's a publication from Business Week. I think it's a national newspaper. It's a national newspaper pala. Okay. So all right. Let's talk about the article. The article talks about encouraging kids to be the CEOs of their company. Well, okay, great. It's encouraging the students to turn their capstones into startups. Great, well and good. Yes, very inspiring. The only concerns that I just want to give perspective to students or parents who have no idea about what our startup is. Kung ang nakikita niya is yung mga example ng mga Grab at saka mga Lalamove, Airbnb, hindi yan madali na nangyari. Kumbaga, marami din silang pinagdaanan, and kung ang inyong pangangailangan sa buhay ay kailangan nyo munang kumita at magkaroon ng pera, ang pagtayo ng isang startup is hindi instant money. In fact, it's the opposite. It's instant gastos. So, that's one big thing to consider. Kasi, una, kahit wala kang ibabayad sa sarili mo to make that application, gagambalain mo ang buhay at oras ng mga kaibigan mo at saka magiging ka-workmates mo. Right? Means that if in case that their life is also needing to support their family or themselves, they may deviate from that. Now, wala namang problema kung gugustuhin nila, di ba? Pero more often than not, a lot of people are not aware of the lives that it can also destroy. The relationships that you might have to sacrifice, the lifestyle that you have to sacrifice. And for younger generations who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs, it takes some kind of awareness. I don't want to use the word maturity, and I mean, nagiging sensitive, no? But truth be told, it also needs maturity. And even older people, they have to be, they learn a lot of stuff. Every year, there's a lot of things that happen, and those are all lessons from businesses. So, ang gusto ko dito is to remove the facade and the fantasy of what a startup is. It's not glamorous. It's not supposed to be like that. So, meaning to say, is I disagree with the fact that you have to be the CEO of your company, because sometimes you're not supposed to be the CEO of that company, right? But what is essential is to form a company or to start that advocacy. When we say advocacy is, sometimes you have to do research muna before you build anything eh. Hindi yung capstone agad. And yun yung nami-miss out. And what I'm sharing right now is coming from years of experience, and I guess I have to write it somewhere like a framework. But I feel responsible of, speaking out about that. So if in case that you came across that article, and if you're wondering what's behind a startup, this is what I wanted to share. So ano ba talaga ang mga kailangan pa ba dyan? So how can we really be helpful with the ICT? All of these agencies and groups, they really need startups to join, right? So before you even join, you just have to make sure that you have an income in place. You don't sacrifice your bread and butter. You don't go stupid. You don't go feeling heroic. Hindi. If you're very young, you have to be responsible. And I'm not saying that you have to do a 9-to-5 job, but honestly, the ones who are actually thriving in the startup space are the ones who actually work. Who work in offices. And kung hindi ka man graduate, usually they are working with people who are also who actually finished education. Kumbaga, it's a balance eh. Hindi yan yung parang may gagawin ako, gusto ko to, tama ako. So I don't want that kind of mindset when they said, be the CEO of your company. No. Startup should be solve real world problems, solve real problems in the Philippines. That would be the better angle that I would probably see that. But not everyone wants to be the CEO. Not everyone is right to not hindi naman lahat are also not everyone wants to be the CEO. Not everyone is equipped to be a CEO right away. There's a business acumen to it also. Yung sinabi nilang to form a startup from their capstone, I don't know the lectures that their teachers are giving them, But you see, it's very delicate. So it's not about just building a startup from your capstone. Ang kailangan yung tingnan, if you really want to do this, and if you really have that hunger right now to do that, ang una nyong iisipin is how you're gonna make money, not by asking from investors. So yun lang. In advance, I just wanted to say that it doesn't stop from just building a startup from your capstone. Kasi kung titignan mo, parang ang dami din naman mga basurang projects yung mga irrelevant, di ba? So, kami, we're into that space, and sometimes when you build something, hindi pa nga nagagamit, di ba? So, what I'm trying to say is that be responsible and just make sure that you get some mentors who have done that before. So, I'll keep this vlog short for this episode. I just wanted to give a more simplified reaction from that article. So, I hope that was pretty much clear. Cool lang yung sinabi na it's about the CEO and the capstone. No, it should be a sustainable business and being a responsible leader, but you don't really have to be the CEO kasi when you start finding co-founders, you eventually have to position yourselves according to what you think fits best doon sa inyong experience. Diba? So, paano kung 5 kayo? Gusto niyo ba lahat kayo CEO? Hindi nagtalo na kayo, wala na kayo natapos. So, ayun. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode. So, don't forget to click subscribe and have the bell button to remind you for any new uploads. So, welcome back to 2024. Thanks for watching evergreenoliviatv. Next episode, let's again pick and choose another post. Thank you so much.